People, we are back. A2TP podcast, episode 253. I am me, she is she, we are we, and we are back. It is your boy, International Walk.
It's your girl, Tasha, co-host with the most.
And we back for another episode of us. We are back. Happy to be back. We happy that y'all here to talk to y'all. We hope that y'all are happy. We hope that y'all had a great holiday, good week. So yeah, we just back. Let's get right to the show. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Right now?
Right now?
Right now I'm a 10.
Right now? Like
right now?
Right now? Right now?
Right now? Right now I'm a 10. I feel great. Yeah, my head is good.
A dime, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Double entendre. I knew what that was. My head is good.
I'm good.
Entendre.
I'm good.
Ooh, daddy. If you know, you know.
That's enough. But mentally, I am well. I feel great. Finances is an 8. You know what? Finances is a 9. I gotta give God all the glory, honor, and praise for just blessing us. We always say blessing us to be a blessing to others, and then sometimes we need a blessing for ourselves because you know we make hiccups and you know, just being able to have the resources. And this is, you know,
we say hiccup.
It's a hiccup. Yeah, you made a hiccup. I made a hiccup. You know, I made a bad hiccup.
What I make a hiccup on?
The card. I mean,
how did I make it though?
you didn't correct the time of it being bad.
It's not usually like that. I guess that's what you get when you get with them secondhand card places. Because usually you just bring it back that day.
No, it is by the hour. You set the hour. Well, when you do it online, you set the hour with all of them. So we don't. That's the thing. We don't usually do it in person. We usually have a reservation.
Okay.
But yours, mine was a big hiccup. But I'm just grateful that God gives us the resources to be able to, you know, bounce back and it doesn't, you know, crush us. You know, God forbid, when we have a hiccup. Work is a 9. Even though I ain't been there. And I really ain't been there. Like, I ain't checked no emails. Probably check some tonight just to see what I'm in for in the morning. Maybe not. But I'm going to just say it's a 9 because I know it's probably a lot waiting for me. But I ain't stressing. And physically, I feel great. I'm going to say I'm a 10. At this moment, I feel great. So why not just, you know, give props when it's due. My body feels great. Got up and went to the gym with my husband this morning, and I had a little hiatus, not intentionally, but it turned out that way. And I told myself, don't be hard on myself. Actually, I told myself, you know, come December, I'm getting back in it. It ain't December yet, but I'm like, why put it off, right? You know, you don't just go and do it. And I felt better than I thought I would after not having been there. Walking through the airport was probably a warm up too. It's a lot of damn walking when you going through the airport. And, you know, we played around with the kids and stuff like that a little bit. So it wasn't like we were just stagnant. But
I know when you lagging too, you like, why you walking so fast?
In the airport?
It's like, okay, I can slow down a little bit.
Yeah, especially in those moments like when we get there, we got enough time.
But
like,
you're fighting the anxiety of just, I want to go home.
Yeah,
like,
getting off.
Home.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to get home. I don't want no hiccups. I want to get to the car. And then just replaying history. It's like,
we find a car.
Yeah, like that's always an incident with us. Not always an incident, but it's always a big deal with us trying to find a car. We're not always mad at each other, but we working to find a goddamn car.
But we did good this time.
Yeah.
But you don't realize your long legs, one step is already 2 of my steps. So then you walking faster, and I gotta walk fast. That's why I was like, just go ahead, just leave me. I know where you at. I can see you. Just leave me. I'll make it there. But yeah, physically, I'm a 10. I feel great. What about you?
Me, I feel mentally, I would say I feel like a 9. I feel sharp. I feel great. I had intentions in the plane last night thinking to myself, I'm going to the gym. I ain't been in a few days. Going to the gym. So I was glad I woke up and did that. So yeah, that felt great.
I'm happy you ain't leave me.
No, I didn't want to leave you, but I didn't.
I know, but
I was trepidatious.
I know, but I know sometimes
honest.
you be quiet in the morning, and I could have woke up and looked at your location, and you've been going.
I was trepidatious.
Okay.
Being honest, because I was like, I hope she don't get here moody. I know she ain't been here in a while, and she gonna fuck it up for me if she's like that. but you wasn't.
I didn't feel like that at all.
You was not. You was kind. You was, you know, work with everything, and you had a good time. You enjoyed yourself, and that was just cool.
And you did stuff that I like.
Yeah,
like
cool.
I mean, I never know what you're gonna do, but I like Florida stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been in the pit in a while, but well, a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was glad I did that. What's next?
Money.
Money is a 9. I'm gonna give Money a 9. She's right. You know, my wife is a walking bill. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. And I want her to know I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean, like, you know, you get to a certain level in life and you want a certain kind of woman, she costs. And she got aspirations and ideas and just stuff that come with her. And most of the stuff, I would say 85% of the stuff that come with her costs. And, you know, it is what it is. I've been doing this for 25 years. But she made a boo-boo that was kind of a huge boo-boo and didn't realize it till we landed yesterday. And then she had to rectify some things this morning. But, again, at a cost. I made a huge boo-boo down there, not thinking about the day we got to bring our car back. We got to rent a car. We'll get into that later. But cost me an extra day. So, you know, just like she said, thankful we have the resources to do what we need to do, but also mindful that, hey, let's not make this mistake again.
Yeah.
Work's a 10. I ain't been there. Ain't been thinking about it. I ain't checking no emails about nothing.
You ain't gonna check tonight for the morning?
No. I'll get there tomorrow. And I know I got a lot on my plate tomorrow, but hey, it's Monday. They go past like that. And I'll get there and do what I can. And what I can't, will be for Tuesday. God willing. Last but not least is physically, I feel like a 10. I feel like Popeye, like I ate my spinach this morning. Yeah, I feel great. Had a good workout, a different workout. I was motivated for it, which was, you know, a twist. Because sometimes you're not always motivated, but this morning I was super motivated for it. And things went smooth. So it was a great morning, great workout. Feel good, feel great.
Yeah. I read a book. Well, no. Why would I lie like that?
I don't know. Like, how you doing? I'm Walter.
I had multiple thoughts in my head, and it just all came out wrong. I watched something or heard something about somebody who read a book, and 2 things that popped up in my head. One, the book was called Atomic Habits. You probably heard of it before. And it was David Banner. He was saying how when he was in a deep depression, he had called Method Man, and I mean, whatever, he ended up talking to Method Man, and Method Man had told him, you know, when he get like that, go to the gym. And it made me think, like, damn, I remember when Method Man, like, got real buff. Is that what happened? But who knows? So David Banner was like, he started going to the gym. And he kept going. And he read this book and was like, even when you don't feel like going, still go. He was like, even if you go and do 1 pull-up, if you go and sit in the parking lot, just go. I don't know if it's every day or like whatever your schedule is supposed to be. Don't let yourself fall off the schedule and not go. Like, build those habits. So that was one thought that I had. The other thought was going to be, would you like me and you to like have a book club? Like, not a book club. I'm saying club, but like me and you read a book. Like, you have yours, I have mine, but we read the same book together.
I told you that before, but it's more in the lines with something else. So you're just tapping into some other idea I had, but I wouldn't mind that.
Okay, I don't know what other idea you're talking about, but okay.
Yeah, I'll talk about it off camera because it ain't in fruition yet. That's
why
you're making it seem like I should just say it now.
No. I was trying to like go through my Rolodex of memories and think if I could remember what you're saying, but you wouldn't mind that?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, and like we alternate, like you pick a book, I pick a book. I mean, it would have to be something we're both slightly interested in.
We'll talk about it. Yeah,
okay.
Because it's got to be interesting.
But when you said about like going to the gym, even when you don't feel like it, it made me think about him saying that. And I don't know if
you go ahead.
I don't know if it made me also think like that's probably the mindset my baby has. Like, because I know even when you don't feel like it, even when you had those hard days, sometimes I feel like you push yourself a little too hard. Sometimes you should let yourself rest, but I do also know that like you stick to that because of the habit that you built.
I don't want to be called a pussy. That's number one.
Who's gonna call you that?
Jamar.
And who's Jamar?
The dude at the gym that holds me accountable.
But like, say more words. Who is he?
What you mean, who is he?
Your alter ego.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's at the gym waiting for me every day, and if I don't show up the next day, he'll call me a pussy and demean me. I don't like that feeling.
Okay.
And it's all in my head, but that's what keeps me motivated is I don't want to be demeaned and called a pussy.
Okay.
He ain't gonna hit me or no shit like that, but so that's all he can do.
If you be in the gym fighting yourself, they gonna call me and say that you've been taken to the hospital.
I get the idea behind to create the good habits, but you can also create the habit of going to the gym and sitting in the parking lot. And that ain't a good habit either. Like, so I get what you're saying. Now, just going in there and doing something, hey, walk your ass around the gym 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Mm-hmm. That's an exercise if you ain't got the strength to do nothing, but be in the environment, be in the place where you can get out.
Even if you get on the treadmill and walk on a 2.
Yeah.
Like just for a half hour, 45 minutes.
Yep.
It ain't your hardest workout, but it's more than if you didn't go.
Exactly. You would just be sitting on your ass scrolling through your phone. So yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Your wows and woes?
Wow, is that we went away. We went to go see our family for Thanksgiving. I don't know why we always seem like this seems like we talking code with this. Do you feel like that? We don't have to, right?
No.
Okay, we went to go see her sister Erica in Georgia. That's where she lives now.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. Like we go down there every year now for Thanksgiving. And I just feel like it always seems like we're like, yeah, we're going to see family and they, away. And it's like, but we went to go see Erica.
We ain't like we give her address.
Yeah, we went to go see Erica and the kids and it was a blast. It's family time. It's fun time. It's Thanksgiving. It's sort of been our mini tradition since she's been down there. She's been down there 3 years.
This is our 3rd year going.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just been... We stay at the same hotel. We, same route, same breakfast. Like we just go and it's like our little thing. We created our own it's like our little thing, and it's super dope. We get to see our sister. We get to see the kids, the nieces and nephews, little and big, and hang out and just laugh, hang out, have fun, watch TV, watch games, be comfortable around. Other people than us. Like we're always comfortable around us and we always give each other hugs and kisses, but it feels great to get that genuine love from other people that care just as much about us as we care about each other. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was great. That's my wow. My woe is that my wife is a walking bill. And
talk about your own bill.
You go.
Talk about your own bill.
You go.
Well, I'll start my woe. I'll start there and then end on a good note. Y'all, we get on the airplane, get home, not get home, literally land. He's asking me for his car key because we about to get off the plane. He want to be ready. I dig in my bag. Why did I have my sister's car keys? Like my sister who we just left in Georgia, and not just her car, like her car key that's attached to her house keys, which ain't that big of a deal because, it's a lot of them there. People can open the door. But her car key...
And she doesn't have a second.
She doesn't have a spare, and I have her car key in Philadelphia Airport while we just left the Atlanta airport. She don't live in Atlanta, but she's in Georgia. Like that was just so.
You turned beet red. Your face, you got sweaty, clammy.
Cause I couldn't
Your eyes was going
my
back and
mind
forth
was
like
so
this.
confused. Cause first when I pulled it out, I'm thinking, we forgot to give the rental car key back. And then everything started going through my head. This isn't the rental car key because this is not the kind of rental car we had, and it's got house keys attached. Oh my God, it's my sister's car key. All that went through my head in 5 seconds. I got the rental car key? How did we not get the rental car key back? Oh, maybe this isn't. Oh, it's not. Oh, we didn't have that. Literally, my head was like, brrr, ding, you have her car key. Thank God, got up. Things don't work as fast as I thought they would. She'll get it in 8, it was 24, 30, about 36 hours. She'll have it. I thought it could be faster, but that's the fastest option. It just was but she told me stop apologizing. She know it was a mistake. She not upset or mad. The good thing was I called her as soon as we got to the air, got off the plane, and she was like, oh my, she hadn't even realized it because they was in the house chilling, relaxing, they got food, everybody there, everybody safe. She ain't had nowhere to go. And then when I talked to her this morning, she was like, I'm so happy you called when you, or maybe it was last night. She like, I'm so happy you called when you did, because I would have started looking for my kid and cursing the kids out all throughout the house thinking they done did something. So
I told you, them kids smart. They wouldn't have did no shit with their mom keys.
Yeah, and it was my fault because, well, it was halfway. I'm gonna blame him a little bit.
Why? I had shit to do with it.
He misplaced his meds, his greenery. He kind of knew where he left it, but he was looking out for my best interest so that he didn't get me locked up, because he was just wanting to check that he didn't put it in my big tote bag. So he's like, take everything out your bag just to make sure. Far. And as I'm taking everything out, it's on her kitchen, like island bar, her kitchen bar. So I'm taking everything out. Okay, then I'm loading everything back in, and just inadvertently picked up her keys when I'm loading everything back in the bag.
Y'all heard the story. Does it sound like I deserve any blame in that?
You told me to take you. If you hadn't misplaced your stuff, then you wouldn't have told me to take the stuff out to check.
That's a reach like a motherfucker. That's a reach like a motherfucker.
So that was the wow.
Damn.
The wow was just another amazing time with my babies. Cooking is my love language. I love cooking for my husband. Sometimes I may not be in the mood for it, but I love that he loves my food. So that really makes me want to cook for him. Like, how could you deny somebody that, right? And my family, my sister, my kids, they have their all their like favorites. So I made some of their favorites for them. I literally cook Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Thursday we all kind of cook, but I cook Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before we left.
But that's what you're going down there to do. You're going down there to be honest, to show love, take care of them, because you can't do it from afar. And this is what you would be doing if they were next door.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you know that, I mean, we'll get more into detail, or you want to just flow into that, like, you know.
It's not a vacation, you know. It's like more like a.
It's just family time.
Yeah,
it's like an extension of home.
Aunt Tasha, make this. Aunt Tasha, make this.
I have to say, my almost 10-year-old niece, all of our kids are all so smart in their own way. She is on it. Like, she loves helping in the kitchen, and you be a little skeptical about certain stuff, and you show her one time, she got it. And I be scared with like the knives and stuff with her, but she be on it.
I know.
She be on it.
And it's cool to see the I don't want to sound chauvinistic, but the caretaking in her, like just at that age, the young age, like wanting to be involved and make sure like everybody eat, everybody got their plate, everybody got forks, everybody got a water. Like, she asks everybody, "You okay?" Like that kind of stuff. That type of caretaking at 10 years old is like, wow. But then her personality is opposite of that. Like, she's a little boyish. She roughs around and all that kind of stuff.
She's tomboyish, but she's still, you know, she likes being in the kitchen. She likes being helpful. She is a caretaker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we had a good, and our biggest nephew, he's 21, and since I think the only time was except for COVID, he's always going with, like, him and his mom and dad have always co-parented very well. So since the beginning, he go with his dad for Thanksgiving, he's with his mom for Christmas. That's always been the thing. But this year, you know, he had used some of his PTO to handle some other things, so he couldn't go with his dad's family, who's in Philadelphia also, for Thanksgiving. So he was with us. So it was good to have him around. And then, you know, he's going to come up. He's going to surprise his dad with something else. And, well, not surprise. He did surprise his dad with something, so he'll be coming up in December. But it was good to see them hanging out. As he get older, like, that's his road dog. They, you know, hip side all the time. And then it's cool to see, you know, them together hanging, doing the man stuff, having man conversations. And, you know, all of us just really having fun. I love that my sister, you know, she keeps the kids engaged with stuff. Like, they all have movie night, or they'll just go in her room and cuddle up together and be listening to music and singing. So they're used to, like, not always being attached to electronics. So, you know, we played cards, taught them how to play jacks, taught them how to play king ball, sidewalk chalk. We did that a couple years ago with them, and now, like, that's their thing. They had chalk ready. Like, my sister was like, I got them some chalk because I know they won't want to do it with you. So it's good to just see them, the things that we instill in them.
Again, the being around them and how loving they are. Like we outside having man talks, but the dude, like my nephew is loving. He's caring. He's not only towards me and his aunt, but towards his sisters, his brothers. Like it's just I don't know, but like it's not something that you envy, but it's just something that I notice in them, like in all of them in their own way.
Especially as a 21-year-old man to just like
like I wished. I guess it is a part that I envy because it's like at 21 I wasn't nearly that focused. And I'm not saying like he's running laps around the world, but he's focused. He knows what he's doing. He goes to work every day, takes care of what he's got to take care of. He makes sure his family, his mom is okay, and he just chills. He ain't in no bullshit. He does his own little thing online, and he's good. And it's just thinking like, damn, you 21 and thinking like, got an old soul, like calm, like not I gotta rip and run or be here or be there. I mean, he has his likes and shit like that and things he want to do. I know he was talking about a concert and shit like that, so he has his likes. But for the most part, like at 21 to be that level-headed is impressive.
And not only that, like you said, like he's respectful above all, because like he was in the concert he wanted to go to, and his mom was saying like, I don't think it's a good idea, like going down to the city you by yourself, like. Stuff be popping off, and he's receptive to that. Like, all right, like I ain't bugging out. I ain't gonna go behind my mom back. And again, he's 21. He very well could do so if he wanted to. But he like, I respect what you're saying, and it's I love seeing them grow. Even the 17, almost 18-year-old, my niece, our niece, she went through that teenage stage where you like want to ring her around her neck literally, and just to see her maturing in some ways. She still got some ways to go, but just to see her maturing, she went to work and she was tired, but just her being the big sister that she is, our 13-year-old, she is just uniquely herself. That is my Augs, that she is just herself. She's so chill, but so like she's so funny in a way of like
Larry David, like dry humor and sarcasm.
Yes.
Like, I don't care if y'all get the joke, it's there. Like it's right there on the table.
Yes, like Augs is she's funny. But yeah, just being with them just it further, and I'm just grateful I had such a hard time when they first left in July 2023, and I had such a hard time. It was really, really a difficult time, and I didn't even cry this time. Like I didn't even feel like I was fighting back the tears. Like I was happy. I had a good time. And it always makes me feel so good to see them being happy. Without going into too much detail about her personal life, like I can just sense the more peace that my sister has. Like, nobody's life is perfect, but her just being in such a better space mentally. I'm just and that makes me feel good. Like no matter how much I may miss them, or that we can't run and grab ice cream or run and grab tacos for Taco Tuesday. I'm not saying I don't have my moments sometimes still, but they're less frequently, and it just makes me feel so good to see how well they're adjust. And I always say, when kids want to be home, when kids want to be up under their mom, when kids ain't always trying to be in the street, like as far as the 21-year-old, the 17-year-old, the 13, not saying they don't want to go with their friends sometimes, but they love being home. That's a good thing. Now they might want to be in their own rooms by themselves, bundled up, minding their business, or they might want to be with their siblings, but they love being home. They love being up under their mom. They love, being together. And that, I just think that's
the
a
love
beautiful
part I'm
thing.
talking about. And I think that happened not by default, but because like they always was together. Like even though Erica was going through what she was going through, like they always was together. And it's like even through her rough times and her good times, they was just together. So it's like they kind of remember like the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
Like we grew up together.
And they know mommy was there no matter what. Like that's so it's just a beautiful thing, and I love spending time with them. Looking forward to any opportunities we get. We got some big things coming up next year as far as like milestones in their lives. So just really excited and grateful And looking forward to any time that God gets us to be able to be with our family.
What does it mean as a tradition now? Like,
It's something I'm great. Like I don't take
we
it
never
for
had traditions.
No, I mean I think right. We tried to like
other
create
than us going on vacation.
Yeah, we tried to create some of our own around, but I felt like things didn't kind of ebb and flow a little bit because you all right? We had some where it would typically be at our house, and then we kind of rotated to be at like Erica's house. I think like 1 year or so it might have been at Wanda's house, but but this just feels like okay, and maybe it was like them moving away that made us really focus on instilling that tradition because technically it ain't like we always have to go there, but it's more financially feasible for us two to go there than for 6 people to be trying to travel up here, and it's just a good time. I think the tradition is just that building memories, like and like have I thought like we took a group picture, which this is the 3rd year that we've done that. So it's going to be beautiful to be able, to look back and see like those pictures through the year. And then I'm happy that my nephew, I think the first year he was in it because he was there when we got there, but then he left. But just to be able to, as time goes on, God willing, we'll continue to be able to travel. Everybody will continue to be safe and healthy. And then we'll be able to like see that through the years and, just the things that they learn. And so that to me, the tradition is just like building on God's promise and instilling those memories and just kind of like building the foundation around what we want them to when they look back on their lives, and even for us as we get older, when you look back on the years, you'll have those good memories.
I mean, for me it's just a loving thing, like just to go down there and hang out with, like I said, with people who care about you just as much as we care about each other. I mean, I can't even put it in words. It's just fulfilling. It's just, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but it's just fulfilling that I don't want to be emotional, but it's just fun. It's just fun. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just something that I'll always do, and I kind of look forward to it. And just the evolution of them, like, because when they were younger, they would be bouncing all over the fucking walls, and you would be like annoyed and shit like that. You really couldn't talk to them. But now at this age, like, they're so reserved, and you can have real conversations with these kids, and their perspectives is just like, wow, like, that's how you think? Like, that's crazy. So it's just fun. It's just, and you get older, you care about being next to family a little bit more. And if, so you try to congregate to the family that you do have and that do love you. So that's what it is for me.
And I love that, one thing about being with family and those people who you truly, sincerely love and love you back is you don't have to put on any facade. Like, I know people, it's that whole thing of what y'all wearing to the living room this year for Thanksgiving. Our family will.
Wearing to the living room. I never heard that.
Yeah, maybe it's a female thing. I don't know. But people always say, well, what y'all wearing to the living room? Because, Thanksgiving, some people get dressed up to show up to their family house all dialed up. We ain't a dialed up family when it come to holidays. Like, we come comfy. Like, sweatpants, T-shirts. We clean, we look, presentable, but it's that not having to put on the glitz and glam, not having to put on a facade, just genuinely being yourself. If you want to ball up on a sofa and take a nap, if you want, I grabbed my niece's Crocs, so I don't have, don't want to walk around in my sneakers. Maybe I'll get us some slippers to keep there.
We need to get a few things, some slippers, some shower shoes. Like, we need to rewrite the list. Not just the long distance list, but like short list.
Yeah, but we'll get like our own slippers to keep at their house too. But yeah, we just I love just the being able to like as comfortable as we can feel at home, can feel there. Like literally, like
I took nap.
Yeah,
I was knocked the fuck out.
And that to me just feels good, especially my baby has always been able to be places where he's completely comfortable. So if he's going to sleep in somebody's house, oh, best believe he's comfortable. So that for me makes me feel good. They've always loved and accepted. Like he's my sister cursed me out about him in a minute. Like that's her brother, like point blank period. So just knowing that you're comfortable and the way that the kids have grown to, it ain't just about Aunt Tashi anymore. Like it's Uncle Mar, Uncle Mar, Uncle Mar, Uncle Mar, Uncle Mar, Uncle Mar. Like they love their uncle, and I that's just a beautiful thing to see.
It is.
Yeah.
What did y'all cook? What kind of food we eat?
You ain't a soul food eater at
Nope.
all. So like your plate was like
Nope. I had three
mean,
things on my plate. Stuffing was really, really good.
Thank you.
Really, really good. They made stuffing. They made roast beef. They made chicken. They made greens. They made yams. They made mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any rolls?
No, Erica was going to do her rolls from scratch, but it was like...
Oh, and that's another thing. My sister's a baker.
Yeah.
Like a baker. So she got cakes coming out of her ass. Loaves just all over the place. So...
She made this cinnamon roll pound cake, which in theory, when you think about a cinnamon roll, you think about how sweet it is. And a cinnamon roll is good, like, in retrospect, when you think about having a good, but it's going to be sweet. And pound cake is good. The way she did it I was skeptical because I don't like super duper sweet stuff. Like, I like a good cake, but not super sweet. So I tasted just a small piece. She can bottle this up. Like, it was good. Like, the perfect amount. Like, you get the flavor that, all right, this ain't a regular pound cake.
You get the
and
twist
you get
that
the
it's both.
Yeah. But it's not no overpowering sweetness to it, which made it really good.
That's when you know a good baker.
Yeah.
When it's like, you look at it and think this is going to be way too sweet, and then you eat it and think, damn, I want more.
Yeah, well, they didn't just...
I'm just not a sweet
They
eater.
just didn't dump... Like, some bakers just want everything to be super duper sweet. I think because they think that's what people look for. Mm-hmm. But I realize that everybody who likes sweets don't mean they want an overindulgence in sugar. You just might want a little bit of sweetness, to have in your mouth, but not like... feeling a buzz in your soul because it's so super duper sweet. But yeah, I mean, the food, one of the things we did this year, which I'm grateful, is we cooked in balance. Like we ate a little bit more the next day. I'm sure they'll have leftovers for Sunday dinner, and that'll probably be it, where we didn't have like an overabundance of food that usually ends up going to waste. And it's
a big ass pan of stuffing, a big ass extra tray of macaroni.
We had one good, and you got to remember it. You talking about 4 adults, and then you got like two teenagers, and then 2 young ones. So it's like,
and one don't eat.
Yeah,
like very, 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 very.
Yeah, the almost 10-year-old, she barely eats anything. Like, really barely eats anything. So I mean, kids gonna eat, but they gonna pick and choose. I was happy that we didn't. Like, it's hard learning how to cook a good meal for 2 people, and then I can imagine that it's hard learning how, like, without going overboard. So for 8 people, it's really hard. Right, you want to have enough, but not too much. So I think we did a good job with balancing that. The roast beef and the chicken that my sister made was really, really good. Her macaroni and cheese, loved it. I don't know how to make I can pretty much cook anything and make it taste good. I have never perfected my macaroni and cheese because my husband doesn't eat it, so it's not like I get a chance to make it. The times that I've made it, it just wasn't that great. It's okay, it just wasn't that great, and it never ever reheated well. So, some people say, oh, you didn't put enough milk or whatever I needed to do, it just never did it right for me. So I never perfected my macaroni and cheese, but I don't really need to because he don't eat it. I'll eat it, sporadically. I'll probably have it 3 times a year, like my sister's house, if I go to Toya's house. But I mean, yeah, that's enough for me. It makes it, just that much better because it's like, ooh, I ain't had this in a while. So yeah, that's enough for me. Yeah, and no restaurant to me has great macaroni and cheese. Like, so as far as soul food, some are good.
Oh, I was ready to say, where you going to get that kind of? But you're right, a soul food
I
restaurant.
go to
man.
like more soul food restaurants than you.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah,
I
like
don't like the cuisine, but I'll taste the food because y'all, cooked and ate and slaved over it, and I'm gonna taste Erica's cakes. Um, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of all that anymore.
The stuffing, they always look to me to make the stuffing. Makes me think about my grandma every time I made it because the recipe kind of is passed down from her. I was happy my nephew got a chance. My nephew had never tasted real stuffing, like real homemade cornbread stuffing. So I was happy that he got a chance to taste it and he enjoyed it. So it was happy to put smiles on my baby faces and on their bellies.
It was a great time. Can't wait for next year to
Looking forward to
next year. I know, like you said, we got some things that's brewing, but contingent, on things going well. But Thanksgiving is a set thing. So just looking forward to another year, everybody being healthy and vibrant and living their best life. So looking forward to that. Move on.
All right. And it was.
Oh, before we move on, I know we sitting here talking about Thanksgiving and it's the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So anybody, that maybe lost somebody around this time and be feeling kind of heavy, just our thoughts and prayers out to you. It's a bad time in this time of year for everybody. My grandma passed around this time of year. So I get that. So just thoughts and prayers to anybody who these holidays, we sitting here talking about how happy it makes us, but somewhere in a lot of people, it makes us a little sad also because we miss the all the people that we lost around this time. Talking like from October to December or January, whatever.
Yeah. And then, just the whole Thanksgiving, just the word in itself. How long do you think that would, okay, you know how like they used to call black people Negroes? How long do you think it would take or could take for Thanksgiving to like leave our lexicon? I saw somebody say Happy Family Feast Day.
Oh no, that's black people stuff. Like this is America's whitewashed, and that's a whitewash holiday. So me personally, I don't think that it would ever like change being Happy Thanksgiving. Like it's been that way since they killed them people, and that's just what it is. So even through all the change that we've had and the sensitivity and all that shit with everybody in different parts and different groups and all that kind of shit, they ain't say a damn thing about we're gonna change Thanksgiving. I haven't even heard anybody say, hey, this word is offensive.
No, they don't like necessarily say the word, but they just talk about the recognition of the day being that it shouldn't be a holiday.
Do you think it's going to change?
I don't think it will because I don't think there's. But then again, I mean, I definitely don't think that it will because, and one half of me is thinking about how like in football they changed the name of the team from the Redskins to the Commanders because of the negative connotation towards the Native American community. But again, like you indicated, money behind that. I don't know. I don't think, unfortunately, the Native American population, and it shouldn't just be on them, but I don't think that they have enough financial. I don't think there's a large enough financial implication for them to like boycott or do anything for America as a whole to care as they should. I even had to like kind of catch myself like,
I don't want to speak out of turn here, but didn't they kind of, I'm not saying there's no Indians left, but wasn't that the whole thing of the Thanksgiving and the smallpox and like they eradicated them? So it's not like a big group of them anymore, right?
Let's not say that they eradicated Native Americans.
Well, they tried to.
Yeah, they tried. There isn't a large group anymore, but there's still reservations where they have Native Americans.
I appreciate the help, but that's what I'm trying to say. That there's not enough backing behind them or enough of them to come together because of what happened.
I think too it's just,
and I don't know if I'm saying that right or I'm right or wrong, because now I'm thinking about it and like what happened to the Jews, and it's what happened to the Jewish people, and now like it's a lot of them. So I don't know.
No, the population has severely decreased because of all of the slaughtering that went on. There are reservations more in some areas than others, like in Wyoming, in the Dakotas,
Right.
even in Canada. But Thanksgiving isn't a holiday in Canada, so I mean there are reservations around still of Native American populations. But what I'm saying, despite the numbers being a factor, yes, but also again, unfortunately, this country is run by money. If you don't have some financial significance to us, and I'm speaking about the country, then it's like, do they really care? Like, people going to make a change if they feel like it's going to hurt their pockets.
The economy and sometimes.
Yeah. And so it's like, what could the Native American population do that would hurt the economy? Now, that's why I said it shouldn't just be on them, because think about this. If it wasn't just on the Native Americans, let's say you had Asian Americans, Hispanics, and black people. I'm going to leave white people out of this. It's just, let's say some white people joined the fight and they said, we ain't buying no food for Thanksgiving. That could help promote change, because the amount of money that people spend at the grocery stores for Thanksgiving, the boom that the grocery store economies get just simply for Thanksgiving, that would hit pockets hard if you had 75% of people who do celebrate Thanksgiving said, nah, this year we're not. Right. That's the kind of change. That's the kind of action that would effectuate change, but that's not going to happen.
No, because it's more whites than anything right now. So, and it's more, again, it's a whitewash holiday. So all them white people aren't going to want to change the whole or rearrange the thing. They ain't going to be on board with that. They're going to be like, nah, hell with that. And I get what you're saying. Perfect example would be like the Target thing. Like they were dismissive to us and the whole DEI thing, and black people said, hey, as a whole, we ain't fucking with Target. And that shit hit their bottom line, and they changed shit. If somebody was that way to an Indian person,
Native American,
to a Native American person, they couldn't band together that thick and hit the bottom line where it'd be just them. Like they would need other people to band in with them to say and be supportive. Like it couldn't just be the Native Americans and they'd be like, oh shit, like we lost $20 billion. We need to fix this.
Because you figure they already not celebrating Thanksgiving.
Right.
So it would have to be, they would need allies in that fight. And people say it, but there's no action behind it. The words, people ain't moving just off of words. People, like I've seen people say Happy Family Feast Day or Happy Family Fun Day or Happy Family Dinner Day, whatever, kind of change in the lexicon they want to use, but there's no money moves the world, and unfortunately it's not going to change. So I mean, I kind of threw that out there, but it was kind of a rhetorical question because I kind of know that it's not going to change. It's even like how they tried to change Christmas, where you notice instead of saying Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas everywhere, they started saying Happy Holidays, because then there was
that's specifically from the Jewish community.
Exactly. There's some financial implications there of not wanting to see Merry Christmas everywhere. Even before, and sorry not to cut you off, we can all love President Barack Obama, but he kind of started that.
And before that, the Islam's bitched about that for Islamic community bitched about that for. I was thinking Islams and Muslims at the same time, but the religion of Islam, Muslims in general was bitching about that for a long time. Like, why do they have the Christmas thing everywhere and we don't celebrate? It's almost like they don't recognize us. But not until Jewish people came and said, hey, we don't want our kids in school with the whole Merry Christmas thing. Then they changed
and now you see, speaking of the Muslim community, I see more decorations for Ramadan in the last 5 years than I have ever seen in my entire life.
What'd that look like?
It may just be the words.
What's the thing called?
Menorah. That's for Hanukkah.
Oh.
it may just be like words that say Ramadan Mubarak, or it'll be like the I think like a star and a moon is kind of like their symbol. But like it's a house drive when we're driving on that road to go to Walmart. It's a house on the left hand side. They have like blow up things that say like Happy Ramadan Mubarak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look and see.
Yeah, when that time, I don't know exactly when
What
it
color
is
is
on the
it?
calendar. From what I've seen, it's been kind of like gold and white, like brown, gold, and white colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're better segue than I
am. So just thinking about the traditions that we've had. Oh wait, one last thing I had to say. I love the games that we taught the kids to play. Like I said, jacks.
I should have showed y'all I could play jacks, but I didn't want to get on the floor. But I could play jacks.
We gotta get some.
This would be a good spot to play jacks. It's a good
maybe. Height. I mean, it is, but
your arms not in the way.
But you got to be too careful with your sling here. You know.
Yeah.
That's why we played on the floor, cause you never know when you sling it. And I surprised myself because I didn't know if I still had it, but I did. I got up to threes without making a mistake. But yeah, jacks, king ball, which the teens, older kids call it four corners in school.
I don't like that how they changed.
I know.
The games that we used to play. Like tag is tag, and they call that something different depending on where you live.
Yeah.
5 Cent Ringo is Catch a Girl, Get a Girl that's what it's called. Like I don't know why in other cities these games are called something else. If y'all heard about these games and that's how they got to y'all city, I'm not saying we originated them, but you had to hear of the game because of like of what it was called.
And we grew up playing Monkey in the Middle, and now it's I don't know, was that like a negative connotation because it says monkey? Because then they changed it to dodgeball. I mean, you're dodging the ball, but it was always monkey in the middle. Like nobody was offended that it was monkey in the middle.
Oh, you mean like kickball with somebody in the middle and they're dodging the ball on both sides?
Yeah, but not kicking it. You throwing it and they.
Throwing it. Yeah, that was always called dodgeball.
No, we grew up calling that monkey in the middle.
I never called it monkey in the middle. Yeah, I always called it dodgeball.
Oh yeah,
always called
that
it
was
dodgeball.
monkey in the middle when we were growing up. One person that side, one person this side, and you got to try not to get hit.
Yeah. See, I've never played with 1-on-1. I played with 5 fucking people on this side, 5 people on that side. Like
in the street or in school?
In the street and in schoolyard. Yeah, I've never played with just one person. Like just 3 people, one in the middle, one on each side.
No, one on each side and a bunch of people in the middle. And just the 2 on the ends are throwing the ball.
Yeah, okay. I've played that before. And whoever get hit is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it'd be one last person in the middle.
Yeah. I played
and what you call that?
That's dodgeball.
Oh, we grew up calling it monkey in the middle. Okay.
Y'all were being offensive at young ages.
But I mean, you grow, you learn. Like they say, when you know better, you do better. You learn more things, you change. And I mean, I guess the monkey thing, as I was saying it, that made me think. But talking about learning and so forth, what have you learned from me as your spouse that has helped you to be a better spouse, a better friend, a better person?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. What have I learned from you? Right off the top of my head, I would think patience. Like you've shown me patience. Like not because you're so much to deal with, but you actually shown me patience. Like, hey, try this way. Like be patient about things. Like don't have a quick temper to shit all the time. Like I've learned that from you. All the while though, sidebar, I didn't know that she was hiding this anger where she can get mad like that. See, I didn't know that she had the same thing I had, not till later. But all a long time she was telling me, hey, don't be like that, have patience. And I remember that vividly, like that's where I got my patience from, is from my wife.
I learned how to suppress my anger because I knew. So I learned how
to. Might have wanted to tell the truth though. Like I'm gonna teach you how to suppress it. Like I do. Not like, hey, don't do it.
I know not to get. Right. I don't like to get angry because I know I lose control a little bit. So I learned how to suppress it.
You could have given me all the game. Like, hey, look, don't. I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm teaching you how to suppress the shit.
Once I get angry, I don't trust myself.
So yeah, I right off the back would be patience. As a spouse, just having requirements. Like there's certain standards that you have that keep how can I say this without sounding like a bitch, but not like keep me in line, because it's not like I want to color outside the lines, but she just is a woman with a standard and requirements. So if I'm outside looking in and I don't know her, but I have these requirements that she has, it's almost like, oh, I know the type of man I need to be with her if she sticks to these things. So like the simple things, like, the cheating, the hitting, the certain words you can't call her, the raising of the voice, there's certain things that she just will check out if it's done to her. So along with other things that, a long list of shit that she is required to be with her. This is how you have to be in happy times and good times and angry times. Like we still love each other, so we still respect each other. So yeah, that I would think just the standard that you have puts me into check in certain ways, because it's like, again, if I'm a guy outside looking in and I got this list, it's like if I'm not that, then she's not even approachable.
That's pretty deep. And I'm happy that you were receptive to those things, because you could have been like, F her in her standards.
No, because again, I mean, we're talking about you, but
Yeah.
Since you brought it up, I have standards. Like,
Of course.
It's fair that we all have standards. Like, you don't want me talking to you crazy. Well, guess what? I don't want you talking to me crazy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you. You don't want me calling you out your name. It's not a tick for tack, but I get why you don't like that. I don't like it either. So don't call me out my name. So I get it.
And in
some relationships, it's not like that.
25 years, you've never called me out my name, like, because
again, it's a requirement. I don't ever want to have to stand on I'm sorry for something that she never gonna forget. Like I don't want that. Like
I'll tell y'all one time, right? And he again, like I said, he's never called me out my name, but there are certain things like you just can't say to me. And I've always felt like that. One time, I know it was in 2002. We got into an argument about something, and it might have been 2003, and I always think about things because I know where I worked. We got into an argument about something, and he said "F you" to me. He's never said that again to me. And it wasn't like I did anything to him, but I let it be known. Don't say that to me.
It was a standard.
Because you said it, I take that to heart that you really mean F me, and it's just going to change the way that I approach this. Like, it's going to change the way that we interact. So don't say F me unless you really mean F me, because if you thinking F me, then I'm going to tell myself F you too. Even if I don't say it, our actions are going to show it. And I don't know if he completely understood it at the time, but he's never said it again. So I appreciate that you were, and I knew that you didn't mean like F me, we over, but in my mind, that's how I take it.
Yeah, because it's like, I was saying just fuck you for the moment. Like, I don't want to hear it, but how you take it is how you take it. I'll give you one better. One time I told this heifer, you don't like what I'm saying? Get the fuck out. She left for 2 days. One time, mom and sister house, I was in here sweating. Like, wouldn't answer the phone. Not at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 1 o'clock, wouldn't answer the phone. We ain't had locations or nothing back then, but it was like, man, and it was, she, like, I could smell her everywhere I go in our house. Like, every room I go in, I could smell her. She took a scent with her. Like, I was sitting in home thinking,
that was like 12
I can't
years
even
ago.
fucking smell her no more. She was just going for 48 fucking hours, and I was bitching, like, drastically. Like, then I went to her mom's house, like, no,
like
enough of this shit.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Enough of this shit. Like, get
he
your
showed
ass
up
home.
and was like, please, baby, please. I was like, go home.
But again, I knew in the moment, it was like, I'm just saying in a vacuum. You don't like the decision I made, get the fuck out. Like, I don't really mean that, but she got the fuck up and left and was out. And it was like, all right, you pop back in a couple hours, you went to her fucking sister house, you went to her fucking mama. I like, ain't fuck you talking about. Get the fuck out. And 8 o'clock came, 9 o'clock came, 10 o'clock came, calling the phone, nobody. Then it's like midnight, you thinking, all right, I know what she trying to do. I ain't gonna sweat. She spending the night. She gonna spend the night. It's cool. I'm good with that. Then it's like the next day, like nothing. It was like, oh no, we're not about to put distance in between, no separation in between this. This ain't about to go a week, 2 weeks. And I'm thankful she had friends that was like, what the fuck are you doing? Go home. Like, what are you
talking
doing?
to Toya, and Toya was like listening. She's like, so when you going home? Like, I get that you mad, everything. When you going home?
Like, he ain't do nothing. He ain't hit nobody.
When you going home? Like, yeah, but
that's crazy if you get left for fucking saying get the fuck out. Like, it can't work like that. We can't. We're too fucking pliable and weak and fragile if you get left for that.
Just watch what you say.
Like, again, I get it. You young. You just. So again, a standard. You know, certain requirements. Yeah. And again, in 25 years, she ain't never told me get the fuck out. Maybe she know I'm gonna go sit down. I ain't going nowhere. You tell me get the fuck out, I'm gonna go turn the TV on. Like, I ain't going nowhere. I don't give a shit. So
yeah. I'll say for me, what I learned from you, I've learned a lot. And sometimes through your direct lessons, and then sometimes by watching how you move.
What I did?
I learned how not to be, and this may sound a little weird because yes, show my emotions, of course, but how not to be so emotional about things that I can't control, like about letting things out of my control get the best of me, about how not to worry, which now I tell him a lot of times, like you can't worry if you believe God. But it took a moment for me because I wasn't thinking about it on a spiritual level, but like just being worried or like being upset about things, and he'd be like, why are you letting that get to you if it's, you know, nothing you can do about it. I especially learned how to set boundaries. And that was really difficult for me. I will never forget I was going somewhere and didn't really feel like going. And oh wow, I'm thinking about who it was with, which I haven't talked to this person in probably 20 years. And I just remember you saying like, why are you going if you don't want to? Like, why are you doing something that you don't want to do for somebody else, but you're making yourself uncomfortable to do something? Like, if you don't want to, and if they really care about you, or that it ain't like it's going. And me and this person didn't stop speaking because, like, I ended up going, but didn't want to. But it just always stuck in my mind, like, I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do anymore. And you know, because if I don't feel like it, I'm going to come with negative energy, or just not feel like it.
You're gonna come with not feel like it energy.
Yeah. And so just setting those boundaries and being okay with saying no. Like, and it's so funny because I was me and Toya, when we went out to dinner last week, we were talking, and that was when she was like, I admire like your ability to say no when you just don't want to do something, or something you just not in agreement with. Like, you'll help in certain ways, but you gotta stop. You have a stop point, and you'll just say no. And it was just like, yeah, like, because I can't make myself uncomfortable for the sake of somebody else. Because then, even if I'm helping you or whatever the situation is, now it's not really coming from a good place because I don't really want to do it. Like, you know, but you helped me really learn how to set boundaries and to put myself first when I need to, or not forsake myself for others when it's going to be detrimental to me.
You ain't for sale. You ain't gotta be out here shaking ass.
Yeah. And then in terms, that's just like in general being a person. In terms of being a spouse, I think the important thing that you taught me is to prioritize us. Which that sounds like duh. Why did somebody? But you know, not everybody does that in a relationship, and maybe for y'all don't prioritize your spouse. It's not even about prioritizing your spouse, prioritizing your relationship. And that was something that I didn't always do. That is, I can say during the time I took us for granted, like, you know, we together, we gonna be together, like, but I did not prioritize us. And realized when I did the things that I had to put behind us, like, again, if people love you, they'll respect that. And if they don't respect it, you got to think, how much do they really love you? Like, I'll be transparent. My sisters were like my priority. Like, even with us being together, it was like I just had to make sure that they were okay. So it was, and this wasn't consciously, but my actions showed that. And it was like, oh, like, that can't be. And one of the things he used to say is like, your sister's always gonna be your sister, but like, are we always gonna be together? Am I always gonna be your man? Like, things can't keep being in this way. And I didn't. It took, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it took a minute for me, because it's, my sisters are my sisters, but if y'all know me, like, they're like my kids, like, they're grown. And even for me, I had to learn how to break away from trying to parent them and just be their sister. And I think that helped our relationship get better anyway, but they know that they, that I'm still going to make sure and I want them to be okay. But I really had to learn to prioritize us and let everything else fall into place. And it wasn't like there was any backlash or anything for, like, and not that I thought that it would be. It just was something that I didn't realize that I wasn't doing, and I had to be intentional about doing it. So, yeah.
That was deep. I didn't know you remembered that.
Yeah.
I do remember saying that, but I
you said it often. Yeah. It wasn't like a one-time thing. You said it often. That.
Well, you say a lot of things often. You think, fucking girl don't hear nothing. But that was deep. That made me feel like a little twinkly inside. Like, aww, damn, she remembered something I said that was extremely important for us.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we're still here. That's
3 grams?
Cool. Yeah, we can do 3 grams.
All right.
Nepotism. Idris Elba is in the news because he got his daughter an audition to do a movie with him. And apparently he said the chemistry isn't that great, and she didn't get the part, and she stopped speaking to him for a few months. So he did not use his nepotism, and people thought you should have. Like, what do you mean the chemistry's not good between you and your daughter? I guess people not seeing, like, this is acting. Like, this isn't father-daughter shit. Like, this is acting. She's playing somebody, I'm playing somebody. I didn't think the chemistry was good or she was good enough. I can't give it a part. I think that's solid, and not saying I'm going to use nepotism to get you the part anyway. We do this movie and you look like shit on screen.
I think that is the perfect example, because I thought you were going to say something different. To me, that's how nepotism should work. I'm using my leverage to get your foot in the door, but you got to show up to do your part too. Mm-hmm. That's like if I, if I like get you I'm not gonna even say a job, but like if I get you an interview, if I tell somebody hiring, like, I got this person they hiring, can you take a look at their resume, then once you get in that interview, it's up to you to do your thing. I'm not gonna, because if you can't do the job, then you can't do the job, and the job needs to get done. Mm-hmm. So I'm using my nepotism, my leverage to get you to jump the line, because without me, you may have never even got an audition. So I'm using it to help you jump the line, for lack of better words, to even get the audition. Now this part, this is not just a movie. This is a movie with me. So not only we have to work well together, because if the movie is bad, that's going to be a negative reflection on not just you as a new actress. They might not even know you're my daughter, but that's going to be a negative reflection on me. What's wrong?
Charlie horse.
Oh. You're all right. Don't be leaning over. I'm like, what you slumping for? So you being a bad actress, and it is one thing. I can't have another bad movie on my jacket.
I know.
Like,
he's done some flops lately. So
yeah. So I mean, I think he did his part by getting you. He gave you the alley-oop, and now it's time for you to dunk it, and you did.
So when people just go ahead and give them the job, you think that's overuse of nepotism? You think that's the way it shouldn't be?
I don't think it should.
Kind of like when you got your sister a job years ago. that's overuse of nepotism, or did you get her an interview? Or did you tell somebody, hey, my sister needs a job?
No. Yeah, I got her an interview and she got the job for herself. No, she just didn't, it wasn't her best performance. But yeah, so I don't think there's ever been a situation where I directly place somebody in position for something. And it's a lot of people.
That's tough because you got to vouch for that person.
I was gonna say, it's a lot of people I won't even. I might tell somebody if my job is hiring, but like you can't use me as a referral. Like it's public information on the website, but very few people do I say you can use me as a referral because you show up and don't play your part. Like I don't want that as a reflection on me. Then what if somebody who's great, I do want to think, okay, I can refer them, and they might be like, that last person she referred, like we ain't trusted,
you know. Got me looking like a doofus.
Yeah, so I think now some people might, you own a business and you put your granddaughter in the office to work there. And maybe she ain't ready. Maybe it could develop some skill and some character, and over time she improves. That's your own business. That's up to you to decide that. But I mean, I feel like giving somebody at least the opportunity he did enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did enough, and hopefully that'll build her character. All right, your dad, who is known, I don't want to say worldwide, but he's a big name actor. He's letting you know you didn't do well enough. So
yeah,
go back
I think they're
and
speaking
practice
now, but I think this was like maybe 60, 90 days ago, and she didn't speak to him for like a couple of months.
Yeah,
like she was pissed, like fuck you. But you didn't do good. From you do. Yeah. Campbell's Soup vice president was on tape saying he wouldn't feed his family Campbell's Soup because it's made for poor people. This is Campbell's Soup vice president saying he wouldn't feed his family soup, the Campbell's Soup, because it's made for poor people, and the chicken in it is 3D printed. He was fired Saturday for this. I think he said these comments Thursday. He was fired Saturday for this. Thoughts?
I mean,
the last time you cracked open a can of Campbell's?
It's been years. It's been years since I ate canned soup. But it's one of them things where it's whoever thought that the chicken and chicken noodle soup was absolutely real chicken? To hear them.
I did as a kid. Didn't know.
I mean, as an adult, once you ate it as an adult, did you think like, oh, this was some chicken breast they cut up? You kind of knew.
I thought it was chicken parts. Now, breast, I might not have been breast because I know white meat, but I ain't thinking that it could have been neck and shit.
I didn't think it was 3D, like completely fake chicken. Yeah. I will say I didn't think that. It's one of them things. It's sad. I'm not surprised though. And it's the unfortunate part is there's a lot of other execs sitting behind offices that now just going to make sure they're not being recorded or make sure they don't say things over the phone because it ain't like he the only one thinking like this. It's just really unfortunate. And I think it's at some point these white people going to realize that racism, there's some huge financial implications to it, and it's a shame to go back to money. That was a great callback though. But
that's what we call it in the biz.
Money makes the world go round, and it's a shame that you have to use money and not just morals and ethics to dictate how you move and operate in the world. But
can't sell morals and ethics.
Exactly, they're going to realize racism costs. It costs a lot, and not only that. Let's see where else you're going. I mean, he'll probably I take that back. He's going to get another job somewhere. It's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. He probably had to stay under the radar for a minute. Yeah, he probably got to stay under the radar for a minute. But his kid's going to get the brunt of it if he has any. His family going to be questions asked and that sort of thing. Because I'm sure his dad or mom or uncle or brother's like, yeah, my brother's the VP of Campbell's Soup. People bragging on that. So now they hear it's going to be like, oh. It's unfortunate. It's even more unfortunate if he has. Well, and this is the thing too. He didn't necessarily. This wasn't like a black or white thing. So I don't want to not say racism because I think that is still some part of it. But that elitism, that classism. Because when he say poor people, it's more poor white people than black people. So
doing the thing again.
But what I'm saying is, I automatically. But see, that's a fault of that. Or that is a fault on me because I automatically thought of racism But it's a shame that I equated poor people with black people, because he didn't say that.
Right.
He said it's made for poor people. So it's a shame that I allow my mind to automatically go to a race thing, because he could just be talking about poor people across the board.
What do you say to when I had the thought the other day? I'm not trying to put Campbell's on blast, but they're located in Camden, and you said that they do a lot of work
In the community,
mm-hmm. because you do a lot of volunteer work. So I guess y'all cross paths, or you see sponsors and shit from certain things, so you know they do a lot in the community. But they only do a lot in the community where there's food deserts and it's food banks. So what do you say to that? Like, what do you think about that? Is it all tied together? It all like that? Maybe that guy, he knows, okay, our places do stuff like that for these urban areas who don't have supermarkets and don't have stuff. Like, I know that this is where we,
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say that, but again, Campbell's Soup has been around for how long now, right? And people been cracking open cans of soup. I'm sure some of the wealthiest people probably got a can of Campbell's in their cabinet. So,
but what are they doing in their community? Is what I'm saying. So for him to say the soup is for poor people, and by this time, have people found a better can of soup, a progressive,
Progresso? I don't know, but I think what's probably going to happen, Campbell's going to release an apology. They're going to double down on their altruistic efforts in the communities, and things are going to keep pushing. I don't think this is going, because they're going to make it out to be like this is this one man's opinion,
and they give a lot.
They do
to the
not
the
they
food
give a lot
and stuff like that. Like they're responsible to give a lot of food to
and they even have programs with like corporate programs where they do like cooking classes and stuff like that. So I mean, they do a lot. It's a shame, and this is why, a little off topic but not really, but this is why when people talk about how, oh, you should be able to say anything you want on social media, or jobs shouldn't be checking your social media, or they say like it's a shame if somebody gets fired over their job up on social media and it has nothing to do with their job, or kids applying for college don't understand how social media can impact their acceptance into a university. People care about their representation, and you become a representation of that organization.
Yeah, with your fucked up character.
Yeah, so when people, you are one person, but now this is something that Campbell's is going to be responsible for because you are representative of their organization.
And you don't but when you go to these colleges, you get like a college email and all that shit. Like, you're a representation of that school, so you can't be on Twitter or one of these platforms just wilding. They're going to see that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and not even if you can have a different email and use that.
No, I'm not saying anything about the email. I'm speaking about the email as representation of the school is all I'm just saying. Like, here, we give you this because you represent us like all the other students. And then you go and do some shit like that.
Yeah, it's one of them unfortunate things, but it's a shame that in this day and age it's no longer surprising, because we hear these things like from the Sterling man with the basketball team years ago. Like we hear these things, those C-suite conversations that are going on.
Don't bring the blacks in here.
Yeah,
that's what he said. Don't you could be with them away from me, but don't bring the blacks in here. Yeah. And he's got 30 blacks playing basketball, but don't bring the blacks in here.
Jules Santana.
Yeah. Now, this is stupid to say, okay? Jules Santana was caught on the podcast saying that you don't know how to read, and then gave an explanation about AI and audio books and shit like that. Two different statements. I think what he was trying to say, just to shoot him some bail, that first off, if he was saying that kids don't need to know how to read, that's flat out dumb and stupid. I think what he was trying to say was, you don't need to read today. There's a different statements between saying you don't need to read today or you don't need to know how to read.
I heard him.
I heard it too. Okay. So what did he say? You don't
need
to know how to read?
You don't need to know how to read. They need to focus on financial literacy.
Okay, so if he said you don't need to know how to read, then I'm on board with that's fucking
yeah, you need to focus on financial literacy. And I think he could have made his point without saying you don't need to learn how to read. What I think he was trying to say,
you don't need to read,
is that more than just teaching reading, writing, and math in school. They need to teach financial literacy and entrepreneurship, and there's other things that need to be taught, which I agree with him 100%. But let's also acknowledge you need to learn the basics, the reading, writing, and math, in order to do well in those areas. Because as much financial literacy as they can teach you, as much entrepreneurialism that they can teach you, if you don't know how to read those contracts, and having AI and all that is great, but at some point we have to realize that AI is being manufactured to present the message the way that it's intended for that person that it's presenting it for. You know what I mean? So like,
say more words.
So
AI is pulling from everybody. It's not designed to give you a certain answer, and it's different from me. It's not designed to our algorithms.
Well, it is, because that's why there was a case where the AI was telling the young boy to kill himself.
Right, and he was in a relationship, and it was that type of AI, and the stuff it was a different type of AI than what we experiencing now.
So what I'm saying is you need to read.
Yes.
Because no matter how much AI you use, in order to, even if you have a contract, you don't quite understand what it says, you put it through AI for AI to break it down to you. You still need to be able to understand what AI is breaking down to you.
But I get, again, both ways is stupid. It's dumb. You need to know how to read, and you need to read. But I think that's the distinguish. If he would have said, it would have been dumb either way if he'd have said you don't need to know how to read, which is dumb because you're illiterate. And if he said you don't need to read, because again, she's saying you can have a contract and put it through AI. Once it spits it out, you're right. You probably don't understand it or can't read it. It can say it to you, so you can hear it. You can hear an audio book. It's lots of people around here who don't read on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. Newspaper, magazines, books, nothing. We don't read anything. So I get him saying you don't need to read to survive in this world, but you do need to know how to read.
Right.
You do need to know how to read.
And not only
you can't be illiterate and still be out here shaking and moving. You're going to be shaking and moving on a certain level.
And I agree that schools do need to teach financial literacy. I think there is some interest in entrepreneurialism, but let's also acknowledge that not everybody desires, has the ability, or the aptitude to be an entrepreneur. There are some people that need to have a 9-to-5, and not only that, the people who are entrepreneurs need the people that are willing to work a 9-to-5 to run their business. Mm-hmm. So let's not have this attitude that everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Okay, then who's doing the legwork for these businesses? Who's selling? Because if you are the owner, you want to do all the legwork too. And don't get me wrong, entrepreneurialism was something that in small spurts I may have thought of in my life, but I like having my 9-to-5. I know when I'm getting my paycheck, I know I got healthcare benefits, and I like what I do. And I'm not seeing it as like being brainwashed to like be on the clock. Do I wish things were different when it comes to a 9-to-5? Yeah, but everybody don't have that desire to go out here and just throw it all to the wind and run a business and be on your own. Kudos to those that do it, whether it's on a small scale or a large scale. But to say, oh, that's the way the schools need to be taught. No, we still need doctors. We still need teachers. We still need lawyers. We still need all of the other, we still need carpenters. We still need hairstylists. Like, not everybody wants or needs to be an entrepreneur. But in his statement, he could have said there needs to be more education on financial literacy and just left the reading part out of it.
I feel like you have the aptitude to run a business. I have the aptitude to run a business. Just because we don't have the desire doesn't mean you can't do it.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's all about how you're wired. What for us, we care about the security of the place we live in, like just the whole of it, like the security, knowing when we're going to get paid, knowing that everything's going to be the way it's supposed to be. When you're an entrepreneur, you might work for free for 2-3 years. You might be doing this, you might be doing that. You don't know when you're going to get a lump sum of money. So it's hard work. And if you don't have the time, some people got kids, they got relationships, they got bills, shit going on. So the security of it for some people is like how they're wired, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that don't mean if given the opportunity, those people couldn't run businesses. They probably could run Fortune 500 companies.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's a wrap.
that's a wrap.
Back to the podcast 253 coming to a close. It's her, it's me, your boy International Walk.
Your girl Tasha, who's with the Moses.
You fuck with us, you fuck with us. If you don't, you should. Peace.